Rob Mattacchione, good friend. He's CEO and board chairman of Novo Integrated, NVOSD. It was their original symbol. NVOS is their current symbol. And here he is once again. What's up, bud? Good to see you.
Good to see you, and Happy New Year to all of you.
Happy New Year, man.
Quite some time. You look great.
You do too. And I'm going to say you should take it from the top here because so much has happened with Novo since we talked to you. Probably it's been close to a year now. And I'd love to find out what's happening in the world of decentralized healthcare. I know there's a lot of news around your stock and a lot of news around your company and a lot of good stuff going on. And it's good to see you healthy and happy and back on the program again. So take it from there, Rob. Talk to us about the latest.
Well, you know, we're endeavoring outside of the country and outside of the continent and dealing with things overseas, because right now the hiccup in the entire model of virtual medicine is reciprocity, right? We need to be able to access physicians, professionals, healthcare professionals from the globe so that we can create a good access to our patient community. For us in particular, up here in Canada, we've faced challenges post-COVID to get back to normal because normal is not normal anymore, right? We've all defined it differently.
It's not, and I want to talk about, I'm going to jump right into not just the medical technology and the product solutions, because you've had product approval here just recently. And talk about the difference between, the med technology and the product approval, because they kind of tie into each other. I'll let you take that.
Sure. I mean, the key to good healthcare is preventative medicine, right? So we focused, as you remember, on some product solutions that give us that opportunity to do that. And our approvals in countries, like India and in Turkey, these types of countries, Serbia, is really incredible for us because it gives us a brand new audience and it allows us to build a brand around the products so that we can then create the emphasis on the solutions prior to the catastrophic event. We know that our medicine here in North America is geared to catastrophic, preventative or addressing catastrophic issues. Sorry. But now what we want to do is make sure that we can have a healthier population beforehand, right? So that we can keep our costs down. Inevitably, you mentioned insurance and people not wanting to pay. It's an expensive proposition to keep our population healthy. So how do we address that? We spend a little money up front so that we don't have to spend a lot of money in the back end. And that's what our product solutions do, and that's what our tech advancements are all geared around. Right?
Rob, as you talk with other individuals in other countries out there, and correct me if I'm wrong, is North America still considered somewhat the gold standard as far as healthcare is concerned?
From the technology point of view, it absolutely is. From a bunch of other perspectives, it really isn't. We're a bit archaic. And again, I always refer to reciprocity. And just to make it clear, reciprocity means the ability for a doctor in one jurisdiction to be able to participate in another jurisdiction.
Okay.
And that we're just so far behind. It's so bureaucratic. It's not even funny. But if you can imagine accessing doctors from India, a country that has, in Canada we have 100,000 doctors. In India they have, arguably 12 million doctors. And just being able to deal with that professional community and bring it here into North America, what does that do to ease the crunch of the professional community in healthcare and what they're having to deal with, the strain of having to service, multiple millions of people, right?
On that subject, Mike's a big supporter of, you've heard of Doctors Without Borders. Mike's like Doctors Without Licenses.
Yeah, right. Much easier that way.
I'm sorry, it was too much.
I don't mind your dirty hands, doctor. Just go.
So, Rob,
I couldn't help it, Rob. Sorry. I didn't hammer him. Back to the products.
Back to the products. Rob, you mentioned products. Could you talk a little bit about what those are? I'm new to meeting you, so let me know a little bit more about what products you're referring to.
There's one product in particular that we're really, looking at from a preventative care perspective, and that's our iodine product. It's unique in its proprietary advantage with respects to how it's delivered. And so we're in a microenvironment as opposed to the mega dosing that's common in iodine. And iodine has a magical effect on the human body. I mean, it used to be, exclusively provided to us pretty much through salt, right? The iodine salt. And so we're very deficient in that regard. But it has amazing qualities. And we have the support of North American physicians that are using it both for cold and flu and just general well-being. And so that product by itself it's kind of the solution to all things. It's a really cool product, and we refer to it as Novo, and
right.
And it's gaining global acceptance everywhere. It's an incredible product from our perspective.
Rob Mattacchione is our guest. He's CEO and board chair of Novo Integrated. NVOS is their stock symbol in a publicly traded environment. Talk about the manufacturing side. Your manufacturing is ramping up. That's good news.
Yeah, through COVID, manufacturing was a challenge, supply chain issues and these types of things. Our manufacturing side deals directly with over-the-counter primarily solutions in healthcare, and then our own products that are being manufactured there, the likes of Novo, ProDip, an entire line of our own proprietary products, over-the-counter nutraceutical type products. It's an exciting time to see that company come into itself and really make an impact in the market.
The interesting part for me is how far you guys have come and how you've pivoted with the opportunities. Going forward for 2024, are we sticking with product solutions? Are we still thinking in terms of med technology as a baseline for you guys? And has the post-pandemic highlighted the business model as much as the pandemic highlighted your business model? Because I'm going to say with a hard yes on the last one.
Yeah, I agree. So I think everything is geared to our solution. We were a bit ahead of ourselves maybe, and now that's aligned itself with the reality of the global atmosphere. And for us in 2024, we have agricultural solutions. Like I said, we've delved outside of the core business and went lateral even more so. And now with the onset of some of our capital solutions that are non-dilutive, friendly to the shareholder community, it'll allow us to really ramp up that international growth objective.
Yeah, I think for you guys, the fact that you're so nimble as a company, I think makes it a big deal. I guess the other piece of this thing is in terms of the international audience, the international client base. That just means your addressable market just tripled or better from what we were first talking about in 2020. Are you guys taking a look at that in terms of growth and maybe shifting focus there versus just the U.S.?
Yeah, I think it's the future model, right? If we look at CVS and Walgreens and Walmart and these organizations that were, focused on consumership, they're now shifting to service, and it's become a real part of their core business. And we went the other way. Service.
Yeah. Rob Mattacchione, CEO, Board Chair, Novo Integrated, NVOS in the public markets. You can go to novointegrated.com or you can go to our website, bigbizshow.com. We'll be right there. Building the next generation of healthcare companies and healthcare products. You'll see him again next week because I got 100 more questions for him about why I don't ever need to go to a doctor again.
Well, yeah, just be able to go anywhere in the world to potentially get an answer for what ails you, just at your fingertips.